Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Today's video we're going to have a look at something that I mentioned or touched on in a recent video. Now, talking about recent videos, if you don't know, I've got a current giveaway going on for a bunch of stuff. The Bosch pressure washer, a couple of LED lights for the Pajero and the foamy foam cannon. So if you want to have a look at that, check out that link in the top right hand corner. In the meantime, what we're going to do is have a look at the Kaon rear shelf for the back of the Pajero. Now, following some contact with Kaon really recently, as per the recent video, I did reach out to them and say, hey look, you know, I know these are coming out in the near future. Would you have any interest in sponsoring a video and perhaps offering my viewers a discount code or something along those lines? Their response was basically, get hold of the product, do a review, and then we'll talk. And I ordered one. The good news is, today is Tuesday. I ordered this on, I think it was Saturday night, and it arrived yesterday, so it arrived on Monday, so 2 days. I'm not really sure where they're located. I've got a feeling they're in Victoria, but I'm in Newcastle, New South Wales, so 2 days to my door, and that was, you know, over a weekend day as well, so really happy about that. I'll give you a look at the back of the Pajero, and I'll give you an idea why I've gone with one of these, other than it being for the Pajero and it being kind of cool. Now, while we're here, I just want to touch on the recent video as far as the giveaways. Lots of comments coming through and I really appreciate it, and if you're interested in getting involved in the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe and put a comment in that giveaway video. Now, with all those comments coming through, you'll notice that I haven't replied, and I tend to like to reply to all the comments that I get. The problem is, when I go to do the giveaway, I need to use an automated system which will randomly pick one of those comments, and I found in the past, if I reply to all those comments, you guys might have one comment out of all the, you know, 200 comments or something, but if I reply to every one of those, that now means I've got 200 comments in there, and when I do the random comment checker, chances are it's going to pick one of mine. It just becomes a bit of a pain in the butt. So you'll find I won't respond to any of those comments. I appreciate them and I'm reading them all. While the contest is running and while the giveaway is running, I can't respond to those at all. Let's get in and have a look at this. Okay, so this is typically what the Pajero is going to look like in my day-to-day. This is basically the bed build that you'll see in the back. So when I go away camping, mattress goes on top. This is two different sections. So this is the front section that will typically stay in the car all the time, unless I need to carry some cargo or something like that. So we've got the drawer fridge up the top. There's all my recovery gear, seat, holes for the Fox Wing awning, and some other stuff, first aid and stuff like that. And then the table affixed to the top there, and I usually keep some hats and stuff in there as well. Anything else that I want to throw in. The idea here, and this shelf is going to help me with this, to have the Pajero set up like this, so I don't have the mattress or anything set up in the back of the Pajero, but that I can store the mattress and the pillow and a blanket and everything in here. So for example, say I broke down the side of the road, or I'm somewhere and I go, you know what, I want to stay here for the night. Everything's already in the Pajero, I can just pull over, pull it out and set it up and be able to sleep in the back. At the moment, I don't have quite the amount of storage that I want, so by putting this additional shelf in up the top, that should give me some extra storage and possibly let me do that. You'll find a lot of the guys with the Pajero and do just what I've done, and that's where I carry all of my tools. This is our 280 amp hour lithium battery and our King's inverter over the back there, which runs our induction cooker. Now, while we're talking about the lithium and the induction cooker, I have just a couple of days ago, and it might be arriving tomorrow, I have ordered myself the 250 amp Dali BMS with Bluetooth. So when that turns up, hey buddy, how are you? Good, just a wreck. Thank you. Thanks, mate. Have a good one. We're going to swap out the 100 amp one, and we'll get stuck into doing some testing on this King's thing, and we'll really push that and see what we can get out of it. But because that area is so valuable, that's why I'm reluctant to build over the top of that and have that not be accessible. Now, having that removable section was just my way of getting around that. Now you can see the other reason why I want to put this shelf in there as well, and that's this big bugger sitting here. That's our Road Chef 12 volt oven. Now I've been using this quite a bit, and there is a review of this coming up really soon, but I like to use all my stuff before I do a review. At the end of the day, this works. You know, you've got your Travel Buddy option as well, which is the Australian variant. Normally this will sit just here when I'm camping or traveling along those lines, but what I want to do is actually get this up and out of the way. I can still sleep in here, and it gives me some of this space back down here. In talking with Kaon, I did ask them whether they could do me one that would use the whole rear section, like all 4 grab rails, and be basically twice the length, but they said they weren't looking at doing that. Nobody had asked about it, so it wasn't really an option. They did have concerns that that would be too long and access would be too hard, but again, you know, I was thinking about putting long things and and whatever, could have strapped things underneath it. Whatever, anyway, look, they're not interested in doing it, which for me is a disappointment, but from a business perspective, probably makes sense. Let me grab a knife. Actually, don't worry about it, because we've got one here. That went well. Now for the person that said more videos of Titan in the giveaway video, there's little buddy. Now Titan's 14 years old and he's starting to get a little bit slow on it, but he's my mate and he comes camping with me everywhere, and he's a good track dog, aren't you? Good boy. And that's another benefit of having that. Yes, and that's another benefit of having the rear table. So when that comes out, Titan quite often gets up and stands on it and sits on it and sleeps on it. Talking about rear table builds, Kaon also do rear tables for the back of the Pajero. Now I'm not sure whether they're ready just yet, but we'll be keeping an eye on those. I'm not sure whether I'm going to go with the off-the-shelf version or whether I'm still happy and messing around with this. I need somehow to attach that induction cooker to the actual table itself, and I'm thinking if I can start with a blank template that is the Kaon version, which is just a stainless one, I might be able to cut into that and have a section that's just perfectly fitted for the induction cooker, because at the moment the induction cooker isn't a great fit in here and I need to come up with some way to mount it permanently. Okay, this is black. I expect, for some reason, I don't know why, I expected this to be stainless steel, and I'm not unhappy with that. Yeah, it's got a bit of weight in it. 7-8 kilos maybe. Nothing else in the box. Pretty sure there'd be a weight on the box. 7.25 kilos, so not far off with the 8 kilos. Okay, there's obviously some construction required, so this is going to be the section that sits at the front, which stops everything sliding off. Obviously our little wings that attach to the rails and which actually mount the shelf. Instructions, which is nice. And we've got a little Velcro patch. There we go. Kaon sticker. Got another Kaon sticker in the bag. Alright, so just our wings. I'm curious about that, in that there are some riv nuts in here and there's only one on each end. So we've got the shelf itself. Let's give you a quick look at that. It does appear to be powder coated, and I don't know what it's actually made of. I don't know what sort of steel. If I can find out what sort of steel that is, I'll put it up on the screen there. What I do want to show you though is this little sticker here. Australian designed, made and owned. So when you're buying from Kaon, you're obviously supporting Australia stuff. And I know Australian stuff is really popular overseas as well. So for the friends and viewers overseas, you might be interested in these as well. I will have a quick look on the Kaon website because I know I'm going to get this question. Can we get these overseas? And I'll have a look and I'll find out and I'll put it down below. As far as information, I'll put all the contact information for Kaon down below. So I have emails, contact phone numbers, and then any information I can find about postage and sending overseas. You'll either see it on the screen here. If it's not on the screen, then just have a look in the description and I'll copy and paste from their website because I know I'm going to get that question. Nice and light, nice solid construction. Doesn't feel like it can be bent, so it's going to support a little bit of weight. If I can find out how much weight they suggest this will support, I'll put it up on the screen. There's plenty of holes down the bottom, so this is awesome. So this is going to be brilliant for bloody mounting things too. My mind's already starting to just go crazy with all the different things I can mount to this. There is a little lip at the front, as there is on the side and at the back. What we might do is just get the backing plate mounted first, then we'll have a look at getting this mounted to the car. So the front obviously has the Kaon logo, or the rear in this case, so this will point to the rear of the vehicle. Just take a little M5 bolts. So if you can get one of those seated first, that obviously makes the job of getting the other ones in just a little bit easier. So when something like this comes out that's, you know, specific for the Pajero, and I know they make these for other cars, they do these for I think they do these for they do them for the Prados, I think they do them for the 200s, I think the FJs, a whole bunch of Toyota stuff. I know I'm preaching to the converted, but we just get a bit tired of, you know, finding something cool like this and then going, yeah, don't do it for the Pajero. You know, we go through the drop down list and we see Mitsubishi and stuff like that, and we get a bit excited, and then you get down and you find out that they don't do it for the Pajero, and you're like, there are so many Pajeros running around, why can you not just make one for the Pajero? And to little cottage industry type players, like, you know, your Boos and your Bushkins and all those sorts of places, and now to Kaon, thank you very much for doing stuff for us Pajero owners. You know, we really do appreciate it, and we love cool stuff like this. Just so you know, that was an 8mm spanner. Here's the little clips that we need to take out so we can get to those bolts. Just pop it in the back there and just pop those. Now they actually go opposite, so this one opens from the inside and yours will probably be the same, so just get a screwdriver in the end, a little bit of a twist there, and she'll pop open. Now there is some locating pins in the back of these, you'll see there, so I just need to lever that out a little bit. So you can see there, we've just got that plastic piece mounted in there. Going to take our original screw. This is good, it's going to help hold the panel in. Grab our other one. There it goes that way. So remember, these go opposites. Clips in there. It's going to be a nice finish. Alright, so now I'm just going to go and duck into the shed. See if I can find what I did with the other ones of these. Otherwise, we'll just pull this grab handle off. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the grab rail from the front. One, it'll show you how to do it if you've got grab rails, and two, it means that I don't have to go searching in that pile there, which is where I think those clips are. Pull your grab rail down, and there's a little cover here that you'll see. Just get your screwdriver under that, just lever it up, and she will just pop out just like that. That one's attached there. Screwdriver, just get in, undo your screws. So once you've got your screws, on them, that should just pop out and fall somewhere awkward. Same sort of design as the other one. You'll see you've got your little locator pins there. So if it doesn't come out, just give it a little bit of a wiggle and she'll just pop straight out. This is going to be exactly the same. This is just going to fit just in there, just like that. Obviously fill in those holes, so we'll do that. Now this side can be a little bit of a nuisance because it's spring loaded. So I need to push that down into position. Pop that in the hole, just like that. So you can see the holes on the end here, there's 6 holes. So you've got a minor amount of height adjustment, and then obviously we've got some depth adjustment as far as how far forward or back we want it. I am going to go as far forward as I can, and I'm going to go as low as I can. And I can just rest it on my knees, and we can get these back ones into position. So you can see once I've got that into position, I can now just swing that up to where I need to mount it at the back. I've got to say, as far as finish goes, it looks nice. The powder coating all looks nice. The holes are all lining up, so it's you know, well designed. It's a good fit. Now because those flange nuts have got the grooves on them, they'll actually bite into the metal. So if once you've tightened them up by hand and you've got them to a certain tightness, you shouldn't have to get hold of them with the spanner on the other side. You should just be able to just tighten them up from the one side, from the bolt side. They should grab and hold on. So you hold on to them a little bit with your fingers to get them to bite. And once it's bitten into that metal, you can just tighten them up by hand without having to hold on to them. So obviously this is the side with the handrail still affixed, so that's what yours look like if you've got the handrail. If you don't have handrails over the back, like you've got here, then that's what it's going to look like there. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. TNT truck, I think that's for us. It's either going to be our BMS or it's going to be some lights that we're getting sent out for a review. Let me go and have a look. Might as well touch on this because I've just opened them up. But these are Co-Light. Reached out and said, you know, we've got some lights, do you want to do a review on them? I said, sure, why not? And I don't know, I thought they were going to be the standard Chinese brand. I thought, oh yeah, it's just usual Chinese stuff. But they did have some stuff on there that looked a little bit interesting. I don't know about you, but I reckon these look awesome. I think these look choice. I took the bull bar off. The fog lights were in the front there, and I've still got the fog light switch still connected up, and I've still got the harness down the front. What I think I can do is wire these up directly to that fog light switch and have these work. They're still going to be on the bull bar somewhere. But yeah, I don't know about you, but you know, they seem to be really solid. And you know, you're looking at these just the same as I am. So review of these to come up. Because I was expecting the white ones, I've actually ordered some bonnet mounts. I was going to put them on the front there like the Jeep and have them pointed out to the side. But now I've got the yellow ones. I'm probably not going to use those bonnet mounts. We'll put these down on the bull bar somewhere, and then we'll have some fog lights on the Pajero. But anyway, that's them from QLD. I'll put a link down in the description to them, and obviously review coming later on. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with those. So there she is, fitted in place. You can see in those corners how much adjustment there is. So I've got it in its lowest position and furthest forward to the vehicle. That's the little fence to stop everything from sliding forward and coming and getting you. You can see plenty of holes. I really, really like all the holes. That is just going to make fixing things to this bloody brilliant. Almost like Meccano. Did you have Meccano as a kid? I always wanted Lego, and then I found Meccano. I went, oh, Meccano is so much better than Lego. And I guess that's what our four-wheel drives are. They're kind of like Meccano, but for big boys. Big boys and girls, because I know there's lots of girls out there that like playing with their four-wheel drives. Really solid. It's not going anywhere. Just feeling the edge. Doesn't feel to be particularly sharp, so I'm not going to catch myself on that. Now I do need to find the Travel Buddy brackets, and they're just going to hook on there, and then it's just going to attach underneath. So I suspect that I'm going to put it here so it's not interfering with my vision as the driver. So there you go, that is our Kaon rear shelf. Again, Australian designed, made and owned. So as you know, on this channel I love to promote Australian stuff. It doesn't always happen. These guys from QLD are from China. You know, anything that's Australian, I wouldn't say I'll push it, but I certainly want to have a crack at it and have a go at it, and let you know my thoughts. Now this is nice and solid. I could probably hang off there, but I won't. Now it's designed nicely, fits perfectly in, you know, that area of trim, so it's not pushing on your trim. It's not going to do any damage. It's holding my panels over the back in place, which is nice. The powder coating's excellent. The finish is excellent. I can't find any sharp edges on it. Got a couple of little scratches on it, but I might have done those when I was fitting it. Got the Kaon sticker, and they provide you with the Kaon patch as well, which is a nice little touch. My favourite thing on this is going to be all the holes. So really good thinking, Kaon, for putting all those holes in. Us four drivers, you know, play with your stuff and being able to mount different things to it. There is a little bit of give in the middle, but depends on, you're not going to be putting a lot of weight up here. You don't want weight high in your four-wheel drive, but it is perfect for this sort of stuff, for putting mats and towels and all that sort of stuff. Kaon, if you are considering doing a full-length one, I'm down with it. I'll buy it, I'll pay for it. I'm not asking for a discount or anything like that. I'll have one. So if you do a full-length one, double price, whatever the case may be, they put me down for one. Yeah, I'm really interested. And maybe guys, if you're interested, if that's something you would look at as well, then put a comment down below and we can point Kaon to it. Now, I will send this video over to Kaon and see whether they're interested in giving us a discount code that I can put down below. So watch that space, I guess, because this video is already going to be edited by the time I send them the link, and we're not going to know whether they're interested or not, or whether we get a discount code. You're just going to have to go have a look down below because I won't be able to change the video. Kaon, thank you for doing the Pajero. Again, lots of Pajero people chase this sort of stuff and we just don't get it. It just doesn't come on the market, and our options tend to be fairly limited. And I do have a couple of people that have asked me whether I know if you're doing these for the Pajero Sport. So I'm assuming inquiries would already be coming in. If you've got a Pajero Sport and you watch the channel, put them down below, and again, I'll do my best to pass all this information over to Kaon. If you've got any questions, put them down below. I'll help you where I can. But again, in the description below, you'll have all the contact information for Kaon, so you can get in touch with them direct. And they are on Facebook, so if you want to get in touch with them on Facebook, just look up Kaon and they've got the messenger, and I have found that they are responsive to you shooting the messages, so I'll get back to you. So they've been pretty good there as well. Seriously, since I've seen this for the Prado, I've been waiting for this for that long. It's got to be easily over 12 months since I spotted these, and I went, yeah, I want one of those, and I've been waiting for them to get around and doing the Pajero, and they finally have. So thank you, Kaon, appreciate it very much. Get in touch if you want to sponsor this and give the viewers a discount code or something that they can put in to get themselves a bit of a discount. Other than that, thanks very much for stopping by. I'll catch you on the next one. No.